Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, July 12, 2017, 8:41 p.m. Got myself calmed down a little bit. Guys, I got blown away for 3 blogs there, really blown away, and just finding new stuff. I mean, I've heard it, but yet I'm reading it from other perspectives and reading it where Bible verses are being put together. But I have questions about these blogs I just finished, beginning with in fact, the past 4 blogs. And here they are. Well, to start with, the Hebrew calendar and the Gregorian calendar are different. When I said December 25 every year we have Christmas, well, if we would go and walk out this next Christmas, see exactly where the stars and the moon are, exactly their position, and then we do that each year, then we wouldn't have Christmas on December 25 next year, probably the next several years. That's what I'm saying. We go by we're kind of systematic. You know what I mean? We do things when we should be systematically unsystematic and keep up with the real time, the real event, the real place, and at the same time not being somewhere where somebody expects you to be all the time. Look, being an ex-cop, we had to be systematically unsystematic. Does that make sense? You don't shake down a door at the very same time every day. You always pick different times, always, so that somebody watching will never know when you're going to show up. This is what we're kind of put on notice today. It's going to happen. We just don't know when. It's telling us, it's screaming at us in Revelation 12, this is when it's going to happen. But yet we see that things leading up to that has not yet occurred. A lot can happen between today and September 23. A whole lot can happen, but not a 3.5 year period time span for the first part of the 7-year tribulation. That can't happen. So the Hebrew calendar, they go strictly by the stars, and that puts all their feast days in the first 7 months of every year, and starting with, of course, the new year. And so the questions I have, well, the tribulation has not began. Revelations 12 is in place for us just less than 2 months from now. We have, which is September 23. This is July. Well, one more day, 2 months from tomorrow. 2 months. And wow, things could change. I mean, so rapidly. Let me say something else. The church can be taken out before the 7-year tribulation begins. So when you read that God's day is 1,000 years and a 1,000 years is a day, there could be discrepancies on our part, on the timing, his part. And so when we read Revelation 12, we're trying to make it fit into our timing, not his. Those things that are going on in the stars, that is going to happen. And it's a once in a lifetime, once in the history of the earth happening. Well, so I'm looking for the Ezekiel 38-39 war has not yet occurred. Psalm 83 war. not yet. Damascus still standing. Egypt has not been laid waste. The Aswan High Dam is still in place. Antichrist is not yet known because he can't be until the church has been taken out of the way. The Holy Spirit has to be removed before the Antichrist can come on the scene. And Israel, they have to have a temple in place to be desecrated, for them to be hurried off by God into a place he has prepared for them in Petra. So the temple's not built. And they haven't offered sacrifices for a period of time, like 3.5 years, on the Temple Mount. So that's not underway. There's things to me that aren't fitting. NASA has not said a word to us, and there are a lot of people out there blasting NASA for being silent on this huge thing that they see that's going to happen this year. This year. I don't mean next year, but this year. So they think we're going to get hit or either a near collision by something that's going to upset everything. I did a blog a few weeks back about what would happen if there was a huge sunburst, that would come through the sky. Every plane in the sky, not a sunburst, but yeah, if there was a rapture of the church and then this occurred at the same time, those who were not raptured that are sitting in airplanes, they'd be immediately turned into blood and flesh, not even flesh, blood and bone. And that way it'd rain ice balls, 100 pounds with blood in them. And rivers, creeks, waters would turn to blood. Parts of the ground would catch a fire and burn up. A third of a lot of bad things would happen all around this earth. Well, to me, it doesn't appear that we're near that. But who am I to say, that things can't happen in a timed event by God once the church has been yanked out of here? Church could be removed, and then a supernatural timing of God, everything can be put right in its place by the time Revelation 12 occurs. See, the church is supposed to leave Revelation chapter 4, verse 1. We're not to be here. We're gone. We got chapter 4 to Revelation 12. We got a lot of chapters, 8 chapters that we got to go through first. Judgments, lots of them. Just questions I have. I'm not questioning it's going to happen. I'm questioning the timing of it happening with what has not yet occurred that should occur before this happens. The rapture will occur first, and then all those things will happen. But if all those things are to happen by September 23, boy, they better hurry up. You know where I'm going with that. Have questions. I don't doubt. Not at all. And I am ready. I am ready. If it's 1 hour, I'm ready. And you are too. Jody Wolf Expoz.